Hello and welcome. My name is Joe Roman, and this is for the Marketing 3340 for the University of Memphis. And for this tool presentation, I am presenting on Mastodon Social. So, referring back to the chapter content, let's see, social media optimization. This SMO seeks to leverage the network effect to spread endorsements of a brand with links to the brand's content. These shared links are essentially referrals, a form of testimonial from other players in the social publishing zone. Whereas brands use Zone 1 to develop relationships and engage consumers to garner influence, impressions, the word-of-mouth communication, and Zone 2 gains influence posts and referrals to the brand's content. Influence posts are word-of-mouth content from published sources like bloggers and reviewers. It can be found on page 258. Power site. This label refers to a site with enormous readership, such as CNN.com. From the book, SOS has a winner here in terms of quantity of links, but are these links of high quality? The search engine would rather see links from industry-related sites. Since SOS is a luxury reseller, links from other fashion sites would hold more value within the indexing algorithm. That's true unless the linking site is a power site like CNN. Link baiting. Our goal is to persuade people to access our content. How do users initially decide whether a site is worth checking out? The most likely candidate is simple, the title. We can enhance interest in content when we compose a catchy title. Social media pros refer to the careful crafting of a title that markets the content as link baiting on 259. Share tools. Plugins that appear as clickable icons on a website and enable the viewer to bookmark or share the page with many social networking, social news, and social bookmarking sites. That can be found on page 259. So, who uses Mastodon? Mastodon is very similar to Twitter at face value, but in terms of functionality and what can be accomplished is where the many differences show through. Mastodon is a decentralized microblogging site and has gained popularity since Elon Musk acquired Twitter. So, you might be wondering, what is decentralized or federated social media? So, instead of having a giant or monopoly that owns, runs, and watches over all of the servers, much like Facebook, Instagram's Meta, Mastodon has more of a distributed network of multiple scattered servers owned by individuals across different countries. Mastodon is used by individuals who disagree with the big monopolized internet and want to decentralize as much as possible. In my research, I found it's a very, very niche kind of social media platform. We'll soon see. So here is a depiction of a social graph type. Here on the left, we have the centralized, which think like Instagram or Facebook, and all these different users are orbiting that middle part, are reliant on that infrastructure, versus decentralized, where Mastodon has over 8,000 servers worldwide. If one server goes down, Mastodon as a conglomeration of sites is still up. And all of these different servers can communicate to one another as a sort of a mesh or a net. So, how to use Mastodon. The following slides are a step-by-step guide on the features of Mastodon and how to navigate this social media site. So, editing your profile. Oops, one moment. So here I'm in the website. I've just made my profile. It's all stock. You click on the picture icon, then navigate to the Edit Profile button. Scroll, navigate to Display Name, and for this assignment I just chose to make Go Tigers Go, and the bio, making this account for a social media marketing class project. Navigate to Profile Picture, choose File. You can't see it there, but I'm navigating inside my folder, and I'm going to select a photo of the Memphis Tigers. Boom, there it is. And navigate to Save Changes, and successfully saved. That is how you profile in Mastodon. So, to navigate the site, this is how you check the timeline, the hashtags, news, and more. So once you've made and edited your profile, navigate to the home screen, and I've already subscribed just to a couple accounts, just to curate a home screen. And so it could be news, it could be white papers written by doctors, it could be editorials. Lots of scientists and journalists use Mastodon. Here's one right here. I'm pulling up in the search bar, using the search bar to navigate. You look up Ars Technica. That's just a technical account. I've already followed them. You can see I'm circling with a cursor that the option is to unfollow because I've already followed them. And when you're on their page, you can see their content that they've posted. And with Mastodon, it's unique in that it's not an algorithm; it's sorted chronologically. Very different than what you might see from another conventional social media site like Twitter X or Instagram. So navigating back to the home screen, clearing out the search. And going to Explore, you also have hashtags, people, and news. These news articles are the ones that generate the most hits on Mastodon. So I'm on mastodon.social, which is one of the many servers. And on this server, Mastodon Social, which is one of the largest ones, these are the news articles that generate the most hits of the day. And here are the hashtags, the most trending hashtags in the past couple of days. With Mastodon, you can actually subscribe to a hashtag and get content from that topic, and then subscribe to the people that post such topics. Alright, that's the basic definition for Mastodon. So, how to post? It wouldn't be social media without a post. So, post in Mastodon, navigate to your left side of the screen. It says what's on your mind. The cursor is moving over there. And just for an introductory post, keep it kind of brief. Hello, this is my first post on Mastodon. And I go into detail. I'll talk about how it's for a social media marketing class. In the upcoming slides, there's a bit of etiquette that comes with this website that I haven't really seen before on other sites like Twitter or Instagram. Twitter especially, because people can post on Twitter and they can pretty much speak their mind. But Mastodon has a very kind of guarded approach, which I'll delve into here in a moment. Alright, so I finished my post. Click Post. And if you want to review what you've just posted, click Open. And there it is. So that's how to post a text post. Now to post a picture in Mastodon, you would do as such. So you navigate back to the what's on your mind, and in the bottom left hand corner you'll see what looks like a photo. So you'll click on that. Now it won't show in the capture, but I'm navigating a photo inside my picture folder, upload. It's a picture of my profile, and just to give it a brief caption, a depiction of the Memphis Tigers logo. And of course, just to give a bit of detail and context, it is a post for a marketing class. And the post is published. So to make a reply, this is how you interact with different users on a website like Mastodon. So there are a couple of things you can do. So here I'm going to make a reply. I'm going to click on a post. The post is pulled up. It's a little bit of an interesting topic. So making a reply, you would type In the text box, this is a concerning topic. Click reply, and the post is published, and there it is. Now, with Mastodon, there comes a bit of etiquette because it is decentralized. These 8,000 or so servers are located across the world in different countries, and each server has a different niche topic that it is centered around. It's an interest-based website with, instead of having just different pages, these servers are based in all sorts of places. And so the people that own these servers have different etiquette they have for their server because they personally own it. And this also comes into play if a different country has different guidelines for what can and cannot be posted. So in terms of Mastodon etiquette, they tend to have a very liberal, inclusive approach, and so it's encouraged that you do these three things regardless of where you are, and if you're not sure, you should do them anyway. This is just what I found with the users of this website. It's something I haven't seen before. So when you post a photo on Mastodon, there is an additional description for the blind that you can use. So I go back to the post on the left side, what's on your mind, and I'm going to post an additional description for the blind. I'm in my menu, I find a picture. It's a picture of the Hernando de Soto Bridge, and I'm going to write a brief description of it. I've written the description, I've posted it, and to review it, there it is, right there. You can click. Now, with content warnings, this is the big thing with Mastodon that I've found. Whether it's a distressing picture, whether it could be a picture of political figures, it could be a picture of maybe something in the Middle East to keep it relevant. Content warnings on photos are encouraged, and sometimes that is actually stipulated in the terms and conditions for the different servers you're subscribed to. So, very quickly how to do that. You'd go navigate to the bottom left of the what's on your mind. Select a photo, and I've selected a photo of downtown Memphis on Beale Street, and I'm going to post a content warning. The content warning in that text, in the box that is surrounded by the yellow and black, the text is a picture of a downtown Beale Street, and I give the context it's for a school project. I click post, review, and it is blurred until you click to show the content. They're circling it with the cursor, and click, and that is a picture of downtown Beale Street, uncensored. And to perform a content warning on text. This is also encouraged, but I had a bit of fun with this one. You can do this too. So I begin to type in text that I want to be blurred or censored. And so, as a funny joke, what you'll see first is the content warning, and it says, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" You'll see in a second how this gag works. Definitely not your typical social media website. And look at the post, and you can see how it's, where it says show more, circle it with the cursor. Why did the chicken cross the road? And you would uncensor the content, and it reveals to get to the other side. And that is how you censor text in Mastodon. So, some user benefits for Mastodon is more control over user privacy and data so they can choose which instance to join and have the option to host their own server. If you're concerned about being exposed to specific viewpoints or just want to narrow down your scientific discussion for the sake of practicality, then Mastodon could be the one for you. So, it's also not restricted to one server. If one goes down, Mastodon's other servers are still online. And there is a very strong focus on community building. The interest and focus is that the servers are very precise and they do not allow for a lot of deviation like Twitter. So, what do they expect from it? The users of Mastodon expect decentralization, first and foremost, topics and interests that have a very narrow focus and curtail any distracted posting, and posts that build the community. Community is very important, especially for a website like Mastodon that is so small. Without the community, they really don't have much. So, why do they turn to it? Like, why would someone want to use this website that is so hard to set up and not very intuitive to post? So, Mastodon has been around since 2016, only had at that time about 400,000 viewers, but when Elon Musk bought Twitter, the viewer count exploded to about 1 million active users, I should say. So the marketing benefits for Mastodon are affiliate marketing. So while the structure is similar to a mashup of Twitter and email chains, there are still influencers on the smaller social sphere. Community creation. One of Mastodon's shortcomings at face value is that there is a lack of users in comparison to other social media sites. However, this can be used to get one's foot in the door early as it grows and becomes a major influence, or have a strong foothold in the early days before it takes off. Or one could use this to become a server expert. With 8,000 servers and counting, one can still create their own Mastodon server and begin posting their content. Over time, this could parlay into a serious career in the IT department. So what are some marketing risks here? Size, first and foremost. Mastodon only has 1 million active users, and while that might seem like a lot, Twitter X has close to 620 million. This is a tiny section of the market share. And my biggest gripe, lack of intuitive use. When I set up a Twitter account, it took all of 2 minutes, and for those who are not so well versed in computers and technology, maybe someone is more middle-aged or doesn't use computers all the time, Mastodon will have a very steep learning curve, and it's acquired taste that not all will enjoy. Sample campaigns. This, I couldn't find anything, and upon more research, I was shocked to find that in this article, 5 things for brands to know about Mastodon. Mastodon is ad-free at the moment, which means that brand posts aren't promoted through paid posts. If a user is going to see an ad, they have to see it coming directly from the brand account. Combining that fact with how spread out everyone is on Mastodon, it's much harder to make your post seen by a wide audience. Mastodon is hardline independent with little to no advertising whatsoever. IT is mainly a good site for journalists, scientists, and other focused content creators. For a monetization strategy, taking a turn for the weird, Mastodon makes its money strictly through donations and grants. And according to Investopedia's How Mastodon Makes Money, the platform has emerged as a popular alternative to X, formerly Twitter. But how it makes money is very unclear. It is a free, decentralized collection of independent user-run servers, referred to as instances, do not feature any ads or underlying algorithms. Since 3 years ago, Mastodon has been a GmbH, a classification of a German non-profit. The software is also open source. So, in conclusion, in all honesty, I would not recommend for advertising purposes. Mastodon is not the way to go for these brands. It is a very niche kind of social media website. As a marketing major, this defies nearly every convention I could think of that would make it conducive to marketing a product. The aspect of servers, different legislation of countries, and the laser focus of these small, tight-knit groups in the community makes this more of a dream or safe haven for those who are paranoid of the centralized web. It serves its purpose, which is not meant for marketing. Mastodon could be improved by making some of the rules more universal and cleaning up the user interface. Here is my list of sources, and thank you very much for your time.